Good evening. We are live. It is now about almost 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. My name is Jason Robinson from Illustration by Design, and I am going to start a live stream doing a commission that was requested from me by Wildcard Productions is here. Hello, how you doing? I'm going to be doing a commission for Popefire. Hold on one second. I always forget to turn my mic down. Yeah, I'm going to be doing commission for comic book fan Popefire, who is possibly the biggest fan of DC Comics character Starfire from the Teen Titans. And she requested that I draw the daughter of Starfire and Robin, the Boy Wonder, when they when they're adults in the future. Their daughter is NIGHTSTAR, who is sort of a combination of the two characters, Robin and Starfire. So I'm going to start doing a drawing of her for Popefire, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So I will get to it. Oh, Wildcard Production says, I read Battle Angel Alita Volume 1. So good. Thanks for the reference. Yeah, you're welcome. No, it's a great series. You only have about 35 more volumes to go. It's been ongoing since 1990, so there's a lot of storylines covering 100 years with the character, so it's pretty neat. But read them; they're all really, really good. If anything, they get better, better action, better characters, better storylines. So I highly encourage that you seek them out and get them. You can buy them on Amazon. I'm pretty sure all the volumes are on, and all the new volumes come out about once every 3 or 4 months. So check it out. Wildcard Production says, love the relationship between her and Hugo. Such a great series, so well written. Yeah, no, it's like I said, it was really well done. That's why I was so happy with the movie. I mean, the movie was 90% of what was in the book. I mean, I think the only thing they really left out was Hugo's story and the whole story about his brother and his sister-in-law. But other than that, I mean, it was the closest animated film adaptation I've ever seen from an American production company. You know, the Japanese have made some pretty good live action adaptations of anime and manga, but America has always stunk at it because they always try to insert their own dumb, you know, features into the storyline instead of just adapting the storyline as it was originally created. And they screwed it up, like Ghost in the Shell, Dragon Ball, the Netflix version of Death Note. I mean, they're all garbage. So yeah. So all you have to do in order to make a great live action anime movie is just stick to the source material. Quit screwing it up, America. Hollywood's really good at screwing up fantastic properties. So. Yeah, it did. That was the best part. Yeah, well, they kind of. I mean, they adapted it a little in terms of, at least in terms of Hugo's getting hurt and then having to be put in a cyborg body. Yeah, I mean, but they didn't need it. They did a pretty good job of you know of getting around it, so it didn't bother me that much. I've never drawn this character before, so it's gonna be interesting. I know that Popefire is really big into everything, Starfire and Robin. So, I mean, I'm familiar roughly with the character from her appearances in Kingdom Come back in the '90s, but I never really followed. Kingdom Come is, for those of you who don't know, is sort of a alternate. It's sort of an alternate world dealing with the DC characters in the future. When they're all sort of older. Set probably like 20 or 30 years in the future. So all the main characters like Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman are all elderly now, and all their sidekicks are middle aged, and they have kids of their own and stuff, and it sort of deals with the aftermath of oh man, I'm trying to remember. It's been so long since I've actually read it. I think there's some sort of catastrophe. I think Captain Atom gets hurt in some sort of fight. He ends up exploding, and because of it, millions of people or thousands of people end up getting killed, innocent people, and then the world's sort of set against superheroes, and the miniseries is about the return of the classic superhero, because the world has sort of fallen into chaos, and there are the lines between the moral lines in terms of superheroes crossing has been blurred so much that they need the traditional superheroes to come back and sort of show them the path back to truth, justice, in the American way. So it's a really good series. It's written by Mark Waid and painted by Alex Ross. But NIGHTSTAR is the fictional daughter of Starfire of the Teen Titans and Robin of the Teen Titans. So she's an adult, and she is she's starting a relationship with Bruce Wayne's son, Batman, who has been raised by the League of Assassins, Ra's al Ghul. In modern comics, that character is known as Damian Wayne, Robin, in current DC comics. But in the back in the sort of Kingdom Come universe, he has a Islamic name. I can't remember how to pronounce it. It's like Ibn something something. That means son of the bat. So I'm going to be drawing NIGHTSTAR, sort of dreaming of her paramour, Damian Wayne, or son of the bat, however you pronounce it in, it's his Islamic name. So, Wildcard Productions asks, so this NIGHTSTAR character, how often does she show up in comics? Not very much these days, I'm guessing. No, because she's from an alternate sort of reality, alternate universe. The whole Kingdom Come storyline is an alternate reality, so she doesn't show up that much. I mean, I know she's in Kingdom Come, which is again about a 24-year-old story now. So you can, if you get the trade paperback, or if you can get it from the library, she first appeared in that, and then she showed up in the subsequent miniseries called The Kingdom. And I'm not sure how old that is. That might be around 20 years old, maybe 15 years old. So she's not in current comics anymore. Oh, Popefire's here. Oh no. Yeah, Popefire was just sort of explaining. You may have been listening about sort of the origins history of NIGHTSTAR. You know 10 gazillion times more about it than I do. So, oh, her name's Mari. Yeah. Yeah, you can. Yeah, Popefire will explain everything about the character because I'm sort of I'm a novice. I don't know much about her. I just do what I'm told. She told me to draw her, so I'm drawing her. Okay. So who is Mari in Starfire's family? The original Mari, not her daughter. Ah, okay. Oh, Mary Grayson. Okay, okay, okay. Got it. Cool. Wildcard Productions says, ever draw Spider-Man? Yeah, actually, I drew him yesterday on Popefire's live stream. Hold on one second. I don't know if you can see this. This is Spider-Man I drew last night on Popefire's live stream. So if anyone wants it, you can buy it from me for 55 bucks. But yeah, I mean, I love Spider-Man, so I've been drawing him since I was a kid. So. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you like it. Thanks, Wildcard. Popefire says just finishing up a Popefire explains. Yeah, you should do a series like that on like a live stream series. Popefire explains different characters. So like Masterpiece Theater. Oh, you did this for Starfire Miss Miracle with no views, huh? Maybe you need to advertise it more because I would have watched, especially Mr. Miracle one. I love that character. I got a bunch of the original Jack Kirby comics. Um, very cool character. Wildcard Productions asks, "What's your favorite style of drawing?" I guess drawing superheroes. I guess maybe that's more of a subject than a style. I don't really have a favorite style. I draw with pencil and paper. I don't really like drawing on computer. Um, and it's I like drawing realistically, I guess, or semi-realistically. Superhero comic book style illustrations. I like drawing realistically too, and I kind of need to in order to just keep my drawing skills honed. Otherwise, if I don't draw from life, um, every once in a while or pretty frequently actually, I find my other drawing skills start to decline. Like my ability to draw superheroes believably starts to decline because everything stems from drawing from life, especially the human figure. So I need to do that on a regular basis. I enjoy cartooning too, but it's all stemming from drawing from life. It's just a question of how much you exaggerate it to make it look more comic book superhero style or more cartoony, like say Peanuts or something. So it's just a question of degree of exaggeration. I like drawing. I like drawing the human figures. That's probably comic book style. To me, it's sort of a happy medium between super realistic, photorealistic, and cartoony. So I like that. Now, Popefire, you said you wanted her wearing a jacket. Did you have any preference on what type of jacket you wanted her wearing? Let's see. MAGA Team Joshua, your Kid Flash jacket. What is your Kid Flash jacket? What I'm not familiar with that. Is there a link somewhere where I can find that, or could you send it to me via Facebook or something so I know what I'm supposed to be drawing? I'll work on her face, um, you know, until you can find a reference for me. But let's see. Maga King Joshua says the NIGHTSTAR Commission is Night Pope the homeless. What? Okay, gotcha. Wildcard Productions. Wildcard Productions says, how much do you like to render your pencils before inking? I'm experimenting with a half render, then inks later. I tend. I've always been a penciler more than an inker, so I tend to have. Okay. Sorry, my tablet is talking to me. I tend to get away, skip. Wildcard Productions. I tend to be a penciler more than an inker, so my natural inclination is to draw pretty tight pencils before inking them, like that Spider-Man drawing I showed you before. It's fairly tight, and I don't really feel comfortable inking loose pencils because I kind of have to have it solidified in my brain and on paper in front of me. I can't just do like a loose sketch and then ink from that. I'm too nervous about messing up. So hold on one second. Okay, Popefire sent me a reference. Thank you, Popefire. Appreciate it. Yeah, so my pencils tend to be fairly tight. And I think that's a good thing for me. But at the same time, I'm kind of envious of people who can sort of just draw take a rough sketch and just go crazy into a final ink. It's it kind of blows my mind. But I think it's just they're just used to it. They've been doing it for so long that they know what they want. So S. Miller. Okay. Hey, S. Miller. How you doing? Noise in the background is probably my music. Sorry about that. I need music when I draw. Hey guys, if you haven't already, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's what's it called? It's called electro swing. So it's sort of old time swing music mixed with dubstep. Let's see. Zoom in anymore? Okay. So I'm just flipping back and forth between apps because I'm trying to look at the reference for the character and uh, and going back to the chat. So it's just like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, no, check out Electro Swing, S. Miller. It's really, to me, it's really cool. I like it a lot. Um, it tends to be faster than regular swing music. It's more of a faster beat, so it's pretty easy to get into. Wildcard Productions asked thoughts on Spider Verse. Spider Verse was awesome. I loved it. I finally saw it last week for the first time, and thought it was really well done. I never really liked Miles Morales. Um, I thought he was just like half baked, sort of black Spider-Man ripoff, knockoff, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, the cartoon made him very likable, very appealing, very sympathetic. A really cool character. He wasn't a Mary Jane character at all, or sorry, Mary Jane, Mary Sue. Boy, Freudian slip. Wasn't a Mary Sue character at all. He spent most of the movie screwing up, and it was only at the very end they finally sort of got it together, and so he was a very, very interesting, very cool character. And same with Spider Gwen. I never liked Spider Gwen either, and this movie made me like her. Maybe it's just the way they were written in this cartoon. I don't know if they're written differently in the comics because I've never read the comics because I never had any really interest in them. So, but the movie made them very appealing. So, see, Popefire says thoughts on Starfire. My thoughts? Terrible character, worst character in DC Comics. Yeah, Starfire is very cool. I like the whole um, sort of naivete that Marv Wolfman and George Perez gave her. Um, sort of like I don't want to say precocious child because she's not. She wasn't a child, but she was. I don't know. They gave her a very likable personality, but innocent. And I like she was. I don't, I don't want to say sexual either, but she was sort of. I don't know. She had a. They made an appealing character. I don't know how to describe it. It's just she was a cool character. She was innocent, sexy, but she wasn't crude. I mean, she was cool. I don't know. Yeah, 17 and 19. Yeah. So, I mean, she's the type of character that you can mess up really easily if you don't do her right. Like the new 52, they messed her up. They turned her into like a sort of like a hoe. Starfire shouldn't be that. She shouldn't be like sleeping with anyone who walks in a room. And Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, everyone doesn't get it right. Yes, I know, Popefire. You love New 52 Starfire. Yeah, they took everything great about Starfire and tossed it out. Yeah, they went for the cheap, easy, you know, sort of thing. What is this song? I gotta change it. Sorry, it's driving me crazy. That's better. Yeah. I like music in the background, but if it's distracting, I can't deal with it. Yeah, Wildcard Production says New 52 took everything great about everything and threw it out. Yeah, you know what? The only ones that I liked in the New 52, I didn't read all of them. I read enough to know that most of it I didn't like much at all. Why the two I did like were Aquaman. I thought they did Aquaman really well, and I liked Swamp Thing. Was it Swamp Thing? No, was it Swamp Thing? No, it was Animal Man. Animal Man. I thought Animal Man was interesting. With the whole, Swamp Thing is in touch with the green, and had Animal Man in touch with the red, with the whole animal world, in terms of on a on sort of a psychological, spiritual level. And I thought that was very interesting. Um, I didn't read all of it. I read, I think, maybe the first three issues, and I found it interesting. But Aquaman, I thought they did really, really well, and probably because they didn't change it much from the actual universe. So, or at least they kept the best parts of the actual universe, and didn't futz with it too much. I think I need a new lead for my pencil. Lead just ran out. Mm. Damn it. Ah. See if I can get this out without spilling everything. All right. Dump that out. Will it come out? Yeah, it came out. Hold on. Mechanical pencils are great, but every once in a while they run out of lead and you have to refill it. So, let's see if I have any. Nope, that's not it. Let's see, those are empty. And now I have it. Let's see, that's not it. Here we go. All right. Yay, pencil leads. I love pencil leads. That means I can draw more. HB. Yes. Nothing better than an HB #2 pencil. I like this container it's in too. It's very cool. Ooh, very fancy. Ooh, like little darts, like little art darts. Where'd I put it? Oh, there it is. Yay. Okay. Put it bump, 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 bump. Yeah. Stick it in there, and zoop, zoop. There you go. Art dart. Yeah, hashtag art dart. Sharpen it. Come on, sharpen. Yeah, close enough. That's close enough. Do I do sequentials? Yes, I do. Most of my I don't. I'm not working on a comic book right now. Most of the sequentials I do are for like ad agencies. I do work for ad agencies and you know, different companies that want comic books for the, you know, to promote their products. So I do sequentials for them. I haven't done sequentials for actual comics in quite a while. I did a comic book for Spawn years ago for one of their toys. And it was fun. Drawing comic books is hard because it's whoops, it just takes so much time to draw and produce this sort of at least in my mind, the sort of detail that makes good comic book art. It's yeah, it can be draining. So but yeah, I definitely want to do more sequentials, but right now I'm just yeah, I'm happy doing these sort of commissions. I love doing this stuff. It's a lot of fun for me. I'm at least 21. Let's just say that. I'm not 49, Popefire. I'm not 49. Don't age me too fast. I still have some life in me. Let's see. All right. It's always nerve-wracking drawing something when the person you're drawing it for is watching you. Because you're afraid they're gonna be like, "Oh no, that doesn't look like her." It's like, I'm scared. Popefire, be gentle. Don't be too harsh. Let's see. All right, let's see. Wildcard Production says age ain't nothing but a number. No shame. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Again, I have to flip back and forth between the chat and the reference on my tablet. So if I'm not keeping up with what you guys are saying, that's why. I'm not ignoring you. I'm focusing on doing the best drawing for Popefire I can. Popefire's like, don't mess up. I'm trying not to. You scare me. Uh, Espinal says hands and lips are the hardest to draw. Yeah, yeah, faces, yeah, facial features and hands are hard because we're so used to looking at them all day long on people that we can tell when something is off, even if we can't articulate exactly what that might be. So you gotta practice drawing hands and faces a lot. What's your setup like? I have an all-in-one drafting desk crammed in the corner of my room. Yeah, same thing. You got all-in-one drafting desk. Well, I don't know what you mean by all-in-one. I mean, it's a drawing table crammed in the corner of my room. So, and then I have a computer scanner, you know, that sort of stuff. Uh, and then usual, I have Photoshop and Illustrator to do coloring and other design stuff on my computer at home. Let me see. Hardest thing I had to get used to was because I've been drawing superheroes all my life, for fun, but learning how to draw women because I spent so much time drawing Superman, Spider-Man, Batman, blah blah blah, that I'd always neglected learning how to draw women, and so when I would draw them, they would look like men with bosoms, so that wasn't good. So I've had to learn how to sort of soften the features so they actually look feminine and not like men in drag. So I don't think that's the look that most comic book companies look for. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get the Kingdom. I've never read it. I'm gonna have to see. I'm gonna have to see if my library has it. Um, because just looking at these sort of screenshots from it with the character, it looks pretty interesting. And like I said, I've always liked the Kingdom Come universe. I always thought it was a very cool idea and storyline. So well, Car Production says nonsense. Marvel's always looking for an artist that draw women like deformed men. Yeah, if you look at Squirrel Girl, yeah, you would think that. So, um, yeah, so maybe, yeah, maybe nowadays they do have a market for, you know, sort of more gender ambiguous characters. But yeah, it's not a good habit to get into. It just makes ugly characters. So. Hey, Cross Comics, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Hit the like button. If I could write the death of one comic character, who would it be? I don't know, Captain Marvel. I don't know. I mean, one comic book character. I don't know. I don't really think about killing off comic book characters. I think most of them are just poorly written. Um, I'd like to see some characters get beaten. I mean, I'd love to see Squirrel Girl get beaten. I'm sort of sick of this whole she's unbeatable, sort of trope in which she's beating people like Galactus and stuff. It's just kind of stupid. But I don't know. I have to think about it. I think I think of any comic book characters who I who I dislike enough to have them killed. So, but if a character is killed, I mean, I would like them to be really sort of dead. I don't like the whole, let's let's kill off a character, to sell more copies of comics. I mean, it's such an overused scam. I mean, it was, I knew it was a scam when they kill off Superman. It's like they're gonna bring him back. They're not gonna kill off the most famous superhero in existence, the most profitable one. You know, and I always laughed at, sort of, I don't want to call them suckers, but you know, the suckers who sort of fell for that and ran out to buy that issue. It's just like, why are you wasting your time? It's like everyone their grandmother's gonna have is like, it's not gonna be worth anything, and it's not worth anything. It's just because everyone their grandmother has it. So whenever they kill off these characters, I'm just like, I don't even waste time trying to buy the story or even read the story, because they're gonna be back probably within a year. Where there's Spider-Man. They kill off Spider-Man. I don't think they ever have killed off Spider-Man, actually. Well, Ultimate Spider-Man, they killed him off, but whether it's Batman or Wolverine, Captain America, whoever. Which Well, Carol Danvers. That's the only one I would ever want to see dead. Just because they made her so obnoxious. I mean, she was great when she was Warbird and Miss Marvel, but as soon as they made her Captain Marvel with who was it, Kelly, whatever her name was, they turned her into this just unlikable shrew. Sort of dictatorial, you know, third wave feminist that no one likes. Comic book characters don't like her. Comic book fans don't like her. But they're trying their hardest through hook or by crook to elevate her to A-list status when she's anything but. So yeah, so I wouldn't mind if she got killed off permanently. But if they brought her back as the old, Warbird, slash Ms. Marvel, I mean, I'd be happy. I mean, I loved her stories, before I think it was 2012 when they ruined her. It's just quit using these characters as your political pawns. Just write good stories. That's all we want. We just want good stories. I love Marvel. I miss him. Yeah, it was sad when he died, back in the '80s. So, but I like that character. I always found him interesting when I was a kid, reading his stories. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Excuse me. I had to sneeze. Let's see. Wildcard Productions asks my favorite comic story arc. My favorite comic story arc. I don't know. I've read so many of them. I don't know. Oh my, and at least in terms of American comics, not counting anime and manga, because I read a lot of manga. I'd have to think about it, because I love like the John Byrne X-Men stories, Chris Claremont stories. There's so many. There's so many of them. Like I don't know if I could pick one. I'd have to think about it. Sorry. I apologize. I can tell you ones I didn't like. I didn't like the whole Death in the Family where they kill Robin. I thought that whole thing was sort of ridiculous. Um, uh, hmm. Yeah, I would have to think about it, because there are a lot of great stories out there over the decades. So Jeremiah Miller says Jeremiah Miller says I like Harley Quinn's story. Let's see. Oh yeah, there you go. Just have to look at the reference for her jacket again. Popefire, if you're still there. Okay. Let's see, Wildcard Productions asks, ever use too much black and wonder how to manually control Z and crosshatch instead? Well, I tend to be kind of nervous around shadows. So my artwork tends to, I don't put in solid blacks until the last minute after I'm positive that's what I want to do. So I tend to lightly crosshatch or hatch the areas of shading I want until I know for sure, and only then do I fill in solid blacks. So I've never had that problem, um, because I'd rather, and I love properly spotted blacks, but that's why I tend to wait. But I also don't like sort of like light hatching when you should be doing solid blacks. I think it makes it makes the artwork look too airy, and I don't like that. I, I know Mike Miller does it a lot. Yeah, sort of the cross hatching things style. I, that and I kind of wish he would spot more blacks, because whenever he spots blacks, it looks incredible. Um, you know, you look at people, and I keep mentioning him. I think because I'm just amazed by his art. If you look at like Matt Weldon, who draws the comic book Punchline, he does a great job of of finding a happy medium between doing just solid black and cross hatching. He cross hatches to the extent that his cross hatching ends up looking black, and he's able to moderate it into grays, different variations of grays, and he does a fantastic job of doing it. And his shadowing is fantastic. If you've ever seen him, if you ever watched him on a live stream or some of his quick drawing, check him out. Just type in Matthew Weldon, Weldon, in the search of YouTube, and he'll pop up. Oh, you're still waiting for Punchline? Yeah, I got I actually contacted him, and he sent me copies of the issues. It's fantastic. I mean, it's just beautiful work. Um, and he's still I don't want to say he's still starting out, because he's not, but he's still growing as an artist. You can tell in these first 3 issues how his style gets more refined. I mean, it's just amazing to watch, and it's cool to watch him, in some of these live streams, sort of just growing as an artist, because I mean, his work is spectacular. Um, so. And you look at people like Brian Hitch, Kevin Nolan, um, guys like Alan Davis. These are people who have mastered the art of sort of shadowing, and knowing when and when not to spot blacks. So you know, those are guys who I would sort of look to in terms of people to emulate. Um, Travis Charis, fantastic artist. He's kind of slow. That's why you rarely see him, any of his work anymore in comics. Travis, Travis, Charis, Charest. I think is he French Canadian? I can't remember. Uh, but phenomenal artist. He used to work for Wildstorm back in the '90s. Amazing artist, painter, um, just stunning work. So check him out too if you have a chance. There's too many great artists out there who you can learn from. So makes, unfortunately, it gives me less excuse not to be, not to sort of learn from their example. So I need to learn how to spot blacks better. But like I'm doing right here underneath their chin. Yeah, I'm just doing like sort of like light hatching, and then I'm gonna go back, and if it's what I want, I'll darken it. So I don't really worry too much about making it so dark that I won't be able to easily erase it, because that's the you know that's the that's what it's not that frustrating because you have an eraser. But whenever I'm drawing by hand, I always, whenever I mess up, I instinctively want to hit that Control Z button to instantly, correct it. And you can't, so you have to kind of think ahead, plan ahead when you're drawing. Oh, yeah. I'm glad you like your eyes. Yeah, still got to work on them. But actually, I like drawing pupils. I mean, that's the thing. Is pupils are very expressive, and in my mind's eye, she's sort of gazing up here, this direction, towards the other character I'm going to draw. But I can't really do that with when she has these sort of empty. I can not empty. I mean, sort of like pupilless eyes, like Little Orphan Annie. It's harder to express emotion. But do the best we can. Do our best. Funny. Okay. I was gonna change the song because it's starting to get on my nerves, but it's almost over. The torture's almost done. All right, let's see. Let me see this. I get more reference for her. So I go to Pinterest. Pinterest. Let's see. No, this is all fan art. It's weird. This is all fan art, so I must. Goodbye. I want official art. Okay, that's pretty good. Interesting. What's this? Okay, no. It's not what I want. Let's see. Fan art, fan art. No, okay, what's this? Interesting. Okay. All right. Interesting. All right. Oh wow, 6 people are here. Wow. Hey everybody, thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. And not to sound like a broken record, but if you haven't hit the like button, please do. And subscribe. I love subscribers. It'll help me on my ultimate goal of reaching 1 million subscribers and taking over YouTube. Let's see. All right. I'm still working on her, but I'm going to start sketching her future husband, Ibn, whatever his name is, Damian Wayne, Bruce Wayne's son. He's in her thoughts. Oh, Hyperion's Atomic Vision. Hey, glad you like the work. Thank you. And I'm glad that the artwork got to you safe and sound. I'm always worried whenever I send artwork to people. It's like, I hope the mailman doesn't shred it up. Did it come okay? Did it come in? I'm assuming it came in one piece. You put it online, so it looked okay. So I just want to make sure my packaging method was sufficient. Oh, good. Glad to hear it. Popefire asks, can I buy inks for this? Sure, if you want it inked. It's no problem. I wish I forgot how much it costs to ink it. I'm saying that's cheap, but I don't have it in my head. So, hold on one second. Hold on, Pope. Popefire, yeah, it's $75 for ink, so it'd be additional what 20 additional $20 to ink it. So so much paper here, which is a good and bad thing. For anyone curious about the prices for drawings like these, here's a general list for commissions. Is that showing up on screen? I can't tell, but this is the important part here. So if anyone's interested, just contact me. You can contact me on Twitter. Actually, I'll put it in my Twitter handle, so you can just DM me on Twitter. And you contact me through Twitter, or you can just contact me through my Facebook page, facebook.com/illustration by design. So if you DM me at either of those places, just let me know what you want me to draw, and these are the prices. So please feel free to contact me. Oh, dang, you paid. Okay. Okay, thanks, Popefire. Man, now I have to ink this. Let's see. S. Miller says, always thought it strange that Catwoman and Batman never had a kid together. Yeah, I guess it depends on the storyline. I know that there was always who was it? Now that was Batwoman and Batman back in the 50s and 60s. But John Byrne had his Elseworld stories. It's called Generations, about Batman and Superman through the years, through the decades, in real time. Starting from the 1920s, or late 19 teens, like 1919 or something, all the way far into the future. They the conceit was that the original Action Comics, the Detective Comics set in the 30s, they really existed, and so they just aged as time went on, and it dealt with their sons, their children, their grandchildren, blah blah blah. And Batman got married. They never showed the woman's face, but I always assumed it was Catwoman that he married, and that they had a kid with, and their kid ended up being the new Batman. So they've done it, I think, at least in my mind. This I don't know if they've ever explicitly had a storyline where Batman and Catwoman got married and had kids though. So I'm trying to think. No, I can't think of any. If they did, maybe one of you know it and can sort of elaborate on it. All right. I always gotta figure out how to draw this guy. He has to be handsome. He has to be a pretty boy because he's Bruce Wayne's son. So I guess in my mind's eye, I kind of think of him as one of those standard anime pretty boys like Sasuke from Naruto. Sort of sullen, but a lady killer. He's so sensitive. He's so dark, yet sensitive. Oh, okay. Yeah, wild card. Yeah. Wow. Ah. Yeah, I was wondering about that white ink, and you said it dries much slower than black. Huh. Interesting. Huh. I don't know. That's not flow. Um. So maybe it's a trade-off. Because right now I use white paint. I use this Pro White paint to cover up mistakes when I ink. I find it more effective than gel pens, but I'm always looking for new methods to do this stuff, better methods. That's it's kind of the fun of drawing, finding something that works just right, and then you don't have to struggle anymore, knowing what to use, what not to use. That's the biggest pain. Like this paper I'm using. This is Strathmore Bristol board, and before I was using 300 Strathmore Bristol board 300, and the problem with the 300 is that when you ink it, some inks it will bleed when you apply it to the paper. They have a higher quality one called Strathmore 500, which is very good. It's actually perfect. It's smooth, has no tooth to it, which I like, and it takes inks beautifully. And it's just a pristine, great Bristol board to use. But it's expensive, so that's a downside to me. I still buy it because it works so well. But it's kind of pricey, at least to my mind. This is Bristol board 400, and I bought it a few days ago, and I tested it, and it works really well. It doesn't bleed, and it's cheaper than the 500. So it's like a happy medium between the two. The only it's not a downside because it's a great paper, but it has a little. It's vellum. They didn't have it in smooth. They have it in vellum, and vellum has a little bit of a tooth to it. I don't even know if you can see it. And the tooth is great for penciling. And it's fine for inks too. It's just a personal preference. I tend to like my papers smooth. I that's me. But ultimately, it's just how does it take the medium? Does it pencil? Does it ink swell? And this takes both beautifully. So I'm gonna be buying more of this stuff, um, even if it's not perfectly smooth like I kind of fussily like. Um, this paper is Strathmore. What's this stuff? Strathmore Bristol. Comes in 15 sheets. This is 9 by 12, and it comes in a little taped um, pad. So really good paper. But it's vellum. It's vellum surface here, so it's not perfectly smooth. It has a small amount of tooth to it, which is really good for pens and inks. It's just a personal preference. Whether you know as an artist like some tooth to your paper or not. So and again, you can't tell unless you get up close to it. Um, really close. Um, but again, for penciling, for inking, it's fine for both. Nothing bleeds, and the lines you put down go down exactly the way you want them to, and which that's what I want. Um, I don't like surprises when I draw, so I need to, I need to make sure that you know, no matter what I'm using on it, it's not going to surprise me and sort of, do something I don't want it to do. So whenever I use the other paper, the 300, as opposed to this 400 paper, I have to test it to make sure that whatever I'm inking with um, won't bleed. And most of them don't, but some of them like this brush pen that I really like, um, it bleeds. The ink sort of it doesn't bleed a lot. It just spreads out a little from the point of drawing, point of impact when I place it on the paper, and like I said, I don't want to have to guess or worry about what material what tool I'm using whenever I'm making. So that's me though. Some people don't mind. I kind of do. Yeah, Joshua, this is the Kingdom Come version of uh, Damian Wayne, the son of Bruce Wayne and what's her name, Talia al Ghul. So his name's not Damian Wayne though. In that um, Kingdom Come universe, it's Ibn something something. Yep, they get married and have kids. Little bat kid. So. Well, his whole name is Ibn. It's an Arabic name that means son of the bat. I can't remember the whole thing offhand. If you Google it, just type in what would you type in? Kingdom. Type in Kingdom Come and Damien Wayne uh, on in Google, and his name should pop up. His Arabic name. It's like Ra's al Ghul, but it's not Ra's al Ghul. It starts with Ibn, IBN something. Ibn al Zufash, yeah, something like that. Popefire, um, but I have no idea how to pronounce it. Oh yeah, yeah, he has very nice hair. He's been well trained in the art of hairstyling by the League of Assassins, Popefire. So He has a 5th degree bell hair management. Re Kingdom Come, because I thought I had a copy of it here, but I guess I just have the individual issues, and those are in my combo boxes somewhere. I'd have to dig them out. So I got. I'm, I'm gonna download it from my library, because my local library, because I'm sure they have it. Because I think it's been. I don't want to say it's been 20 years since I've read it. You know, when it first came out, but it's been a while. And it's a great story, like I said. So if you guys haven't read Kingdom Come, definitely check it out. Yeah, either get it from your library, local library, or you know, order it on Amazon or something. It's a really cool story. So okay, Popefire, you say long hair on guys is gross. Is this hair too long for you? Um, because his hair is like going down to like the nape of his neck here. You want him to have short hair? Let me know before I ink it. Because right now, this is what I would probably consider like, I don't know, Dick Grayson length hair, maybe, as opposed to like short hair that Bruce Wayne has. So just just let me know what length you want. His look in the Kingdom was gross looking. Okay, it's fine. Okay. Oh yeah, no, yeah, I saw some of those pictures. Yeah, he had like really long hair. He had like kind of like, I don't know, it's really long hair, like Fabio length hair. And everyone's not into Fabio's look, into the whole 1990s. What was his name? Michael Bolt hairstyles come into fashion, and you know, most people, you know, a lot of people don't, or people wearing them anyway, don't think anything of it. Even though most people, even at the time, were sort of cringing. Like a man bun was in style for like a hot 15 minutes. You know, a few years ago. Really bad. Unfortunately, most people recognize it as being the horror show that it was. Yeah, Kenny G girls. Oh boy. Yeah, this cover looks like the cover of a romance novel. Mike Miller hair. Mike Miller, he's got some long locks. Yeah. Hey Popefire, you can take those hairs and you can clone them to have your own personal artist to draw for you for free. So you know, you may want to hang on to those hairs that Mike Miller had in your package. It may come in handy. You can start your own clone army like Mike has at home. You know, he has his 500 kids working for him, so you can have your own army of Mike Millers. Start your own compo company, or just have them draw pictures of Starfire for you. Oh my gosh, Popefire, everything would be late. Actually, I mean, you've seen the him on Jordan Quarter. That guy is stunningly fast. I mean, oh my gosh, that is the speed I would like to acquire. I mean, you're watching me draw this. How long have I been on? I've been on for an hour and 40 minutes, and I'm still penciling. Mike Miller will have this done and probably 5 other pieces done in the same amount of time. So I can't get speed. Yeah, I know. You were making a joke. Yeah, I mean, no, I mean that's one. things I love about watching all these live streams. I mean, you see so many amazing artists, and it's just like your sort of respect and admiration for them, just like for me anyway, just sort of blows through the roof because you you're seeing what is possible for artists to do, and you know, it just gives me inspiration to get better. So thanks YouTube for having all these great artists on here, so we can see them work. Little dreamy thought balloon around her head. Dreaming about her assassin prince. Oh, cool. Oh, well, thank you very much. Starfire says this is the best NIGHTSTAR I've ever seen. 11 out of 10. Oh, awesome. Very cool. I'm very happy that you're happy. That's what every artist likes to hear from their employer, that they've done a good job and that it has met or even exceeded expectations. So thanks, Popefire. I appreciate it. Popefire says, I prefer Mari's design to Corey's. Really like the black and green. Yeah. Yeah. I. Hmm. Yeah. Now does Mari have does she have orange skin like Corey does? I haven't really. Even the pictures I saw of her online, it's kind of, they seem kind of ambiguous to me. So. It's more pinkish, but mostly tan. Okay. Okay. Wildcard Production says, I use too much white ink. The pens are now either not showing up or carving ink away or getting stuck. The pen is you use too much white ink. Are you saying that you're using black pens on top of it, and the black isn't showing up? Can you I guess elaborate a little more? Oh, okay, gotcha. Interesting. Yeah, maybe I'll just stick to um the whiteout paint for now. Um, huh. That's weird. Yeah, Popefire. Sounds like they need to have some sort of coloring guide from for us NIGHTSTAR, because it seems like she's colored differently in each book. Let's see. Popefire says, in fact, she started the orange trend that Starfire is now colored, because before NIGHTSTAR's appearance in Titans, Starfire was always gold. Okay, got it. Got it. Mm, mm, yeah. Huh. Wildcard Production says, conclusion, white ink is good, but functions way more like paint than ink. Like acrylic paint. Okay, got it. Yeah, I'll stick with the Pro White I'm using then. It'd be neat if they had white ink that actually worked like black ink does. That was opaque, easy to work on and then draw over, in order to make corrections. So maybe there's something out there like that. I don't know. I just haven't I haven't looked into it enough. So, but thanks, Wild Car Productions. I appreciate your input on how it's worked for you. That's helpful. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Mitch Brightweiser would probably be a really good person to ask about alternatives. Um, Maybe I should contact him via Twitter. I know he's busy on Red Rooster, so I can't wait till that book comes out. I'm still waiting on Lone Star to come and Cyber Frog. I just bought Nasser Rabadi's new book. Was it Kane? Trisha Kane? Trisha Kane? Was that the character's name? Blood Reaper, where she's like a vampire hunter. Looks good. I bought the Dina Israel cover because it was only out for like one day, and then Nasser took it off. It was available for purchase for one day, and then Nasser removed it. So I was like, oh dang, I'm buying that. I think it was like 15 bucks, including shipping and handling. So that's always a good deal in my mind. Hmm. Red ink time. Okay, good luck. Hmm. Huh. I'm futzing because I'm not happy with the position of his eyes. Sorry. I always remember, you know, growing up and reading comic books, and then it'd be certain comic book artists, they would make a habit of drawing eyes in positions that I always thought were, and again, this is me being fussy, that it didn't look right to me, and so it always annoy me whenever I would see that artist's work. I got to a point where I didn't even know if I didn't know who the artist of a comic book was, and I would look at their eyes and the way they would be positioned. I can immediately tell it's like, oh, that's that artist who always draws his eyes wonky. So I wouldn't pick up the comic book. So now when I draw, it's like I'm drawing, and as I'm drawing, I get flashbacks of that artist's work. I'm like, I don't like the way that guy draws eyes, so I gotta erase this and make it not look like that. Because it's annoying me. Yeah, eyes. Yeah, really. It's that can be fuss. It's weird. Some I mean some artists, I don't mind if they draw funky eyes. Like what's his name? Oh my gosh, he used to draw the Invaders back in the back in the 1970s. The World War II team that Captain America, Namor, and the Human Torch were members of. And I loved his artwork. His artwork was so funky and weird. Frank Robbins, and he drew the craziest eyes on all of his characters. They all looked like they were on crack or something. I mean, he would draw eyes like this is like the eyes like this shape of the eye basically, but everyone's pupils were like crazy like this, like really big. He draw like crazy eyes on everyone, but for some reason I loved the way it looked. It worked with the story, it worked with the characters, and he would draw the. It is a really famous artist. Just look up Frank Robbins. Type his name in to Google. Famous comic strip and comic book artist. Actually, the Avengers is probably a low point in his career because he used to draw like pretty famous strips for newspapers back in the day. Um, but yeah, so it's just me again. Sometimes something will bother me in regards to art with some artists, but when other artists do, it doesn't bother me. I don't know why. Again, it's all personal preference. It's all subjective. And I get hung up on silly stuff a lot of times, but it's not silly to me. So okay, now he looks more better now. He's less annoying than he was about 5 minutes ago. Yeah, I am a weirdo. Yeah, glad you noticed. All artists are weirdos in one way or another. It's just a question of how much we let it be known, how far we take it. Try not to take it too far. I only take it as far as fussing over eyes that other artists draw. See, he looks dark, yet kind, yet murderous. If need be. Only if need be. Alright. All I need is some sparkles, and you can be on Twilight as one of the vampires. Probably shouldn't have said that. Popefire probably hates Twilight, so it doesn't look like Twilight. All right. Miles Morales must hate his suit during the summer. Does he have a hoodie? I'm trying to remember. I know he has that black suit, just leotard. He always wears the hoodie with it, the sweat jacket. So if so, he probably does. Because New York gets hot in the summer. It's like deathly hot. And unlike some other parts of the country, they don't have central air in all the buildings in New York. A lot of the buildings don't have central air, so you're either stuck with no air, which really stinks, or those sort of window units. So yeah, it would stink having to run around and fight crime in 90-degree weather in New York City in the summer. That would not be fun. It'd probably stink as much as running around in leotards in the middle of winter in New York. But I assume that all their superpowers give them some partial immunity from the cold, from temperature extremes. So, oh, it's all black. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah, it's a poor choice for a summer costume. You should swap it out for like an all-white costume in the summer. Oh, Trusty Psychic. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you like it. Most importantly, Popefire likes it, so I am relieved. I don't have to suffer her wrath. The wrath of Popefire. So I'm finishing penciling it right now. Then I'm gonna I'm gonna ink it because she wants it inked as well. So that'll be fun. I need a pencil pretty tight, so I have a good idea. Yeah, I need a good sort of guide when I ink. So. When will you make an end of it? What's that quote from? I'm not familiar with it. The Wild Card Production says, nah, I can't wear all white because racist. What, black characters have to wear all black? Is that the rule? Huh, okay. That sounds a little racist to me. Black Panther. He can only wear all black because he's black. Miles Morales. He has to wear all black because he's black. Yeah, well, that's a little subtle racism of Marvel Comics. But, no, I mean, his black costume looks cool. I mean, what they should do is they should just have him, get a costume from Mr. Fantastic, so it the the black doesn't absorb sunlight so much as it powers his suit, or it does something cool like that. That'd be neat. S. Miller says white was stained too easily. Yeah, but again, if you make it unstable molecules, all the dirt would just roll right off of it. Like it's like what is that spray they use on shoes to repel dirt and snow? Waterproofing. Blech. My brain just died. Yeah, Wild Card Production says, I'm sure it will be the rule soon. Trusty sidekick, the agony and the ecstasy, the Pope asking Michelangelo about the Sistine ceiling. Yep. Yeah, luckily Popefire isn't as tough a taskmaster as the actual Pope. She just wants her characters to look attractive. That's it. That's all she asks. Where's my ruler? Where'd I put it? I have a ruler, but not my ruler. Not the ruler I use. Ah, here it is. Hey. It was hiding behind me. It was trying to sneak up on me. I found it. Yeah, this is a ruler I've been using since college. Actually, most of my stuff I've been using since college. Here's another ruler I've been using since college. It's a long time. They are trusty sidekicks. They're my trusty sidekicks. Trusty sidekick. All my old art equipment. So hopefully I will be putting them to good use until I'm 120. Which time I will retire and move to my chalet on the moon, which will be awesome because hopefully by then it will have more moon settlements, or at least one moon settlement, and I will be living there, which will be awesome. Yes, I have these little fantasies that someday we'll go back to the moon and actually do something cool up there instead of just puttering around, wasting precious time. Measure twice, cut once. Let's see. Measure twice, draw once. let's see. 2 years from now, Wildcard Production says, what, that we go back to the moon? Huh. I would be shocked if that happens. How long has it been? Since the mid-1970s? That was the last time we went to the moon? So, we shall see. We shall see. S. Miller says, we'll be on Mars by that time. SpaceX, I'm sure that. No, we won't. I'll be shocked if we get to Mars in 50 years. I'll be shocked. It's like, yeah, I don't know. But SpaceX, stuff like that will be the method that we do proceed with space travel, just because the government is way too slow. You know, you need sort of the same sort of entrepreneurial spirit that that was responsible for most of the advances in technology. You know, I mean, if we wait on the government to do technological breakthroughs, nothing would ever get done. You know, waste too much time power grabbing and bickering over foolishness. So, government's good for some things, but for technological advancement, you know, the private sector is the way to go. Hey man, I'm not that old. I'm young. I'm under a century, so yeah. By the time I'm 120, no, I'm not gonna be 120, 50 years. No, I'm not that old. I'm young. I'm barely old enough to drink. Kinda. What happened? Uh-oh, something happened. Please hold. That's not it. Where is it? All right. Continue. Yeah. Music stops every once in a while to ask me if I still want to keep listening in case, you know, I fall asleep. Let them know, yes, I'm still alive. Continue playing the music. Drink, drink, drink. Glug, glug, glug. Shoot, I always forget to notify people on social media that I'm live streaming. So I gotta remember to do that. Next time I'll do it. But man, 5 people are here, so thank you very much. It's always a very pleasant surprise to see people showing up to watch me draw. You know, I kind of find it. Anyone still there? I'm back. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Everything just went kablowy. So, if anyone's still there, I apologize for the little mishap with the stream. It may have been my internet, because my tablet also kind of froze up, which is a little odd. So. see. All right. La 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 la. All right, let's see. Okay. Seems to be working again. All right. I'm gonna assume everyone can still see me and everything's still copacetic. Trusty Sidekick says it's all good. That's awesome. Trusty Sidekick, glad to hear it. Thank you. Interesting. See, Trusted Sidekick asks, who would you say are your biggest artistic influences? And who would you say is the first artist whose work really clicked with you? Let's see. Biggest artistic influences. A few. I would definitely say Alan Davis. Definitely John Byrne. Definitely Will Eisner. Yeah, I say those three because I think they're all spectacular artists. Um, and especially in their prime. I mean, they were just, to my mind, the perfect mix of storytelling ability and the human figure backgrounds and everything. I mean, they were sort of like the whole package in my mind. Whose work really clicked with me? Probably Jack Kirby, because he was. I mean, I loved his work. I mean, whether it was in Captain America, the Eternals, stuff with Darkseid, the third, the what's it called? The what was this world called? The third world, the fifth world in DC Comics. All that stuff, Mister Miracle. I mean, it was just iconic work. Um, and even as a kid, I would look at it, and I didn't really know. I guess I knew his name, Jack Kirby, but it was just more the look. The look was just very striking to me, and that was the first artist whose work I looked at, and I knew that it was drawn by a certain artist, even if I may not know exactly who did it. His work was just very striking. So, Fourth World, thank you, Fourth World, Jack Kirby's Fourth World. Yeah, really cool stuff. I mean, I still love it. The guy was so imaginative. Um, I mean, to the point where you know, what is it, 40 years later, is still like a prime factor in DC Comics. The whole Fourth World universe with Darkseid. I mean, the guy was a genius. Um, so yeah, Jack Kirby, Will Eisner, John Byrne, and Alan Davis. Alan Davis amazes me. I mean, he's a brilliant, not only a brilliant artist, he's a brilliant writer. If you've read like The Nail or his series trans was sorry, Clandestine, about a British family of they're not mutants, but they all have superpowers. Um, he wrote a Superboy and and Legion story a while back. It's just, I mean, read that stuff. I mean, you'll see that it's not just his drawing that's superlative. His writing is amazing. I love his stuff. Oh, okay, good. Yeah. Okay, you read Clandestine. Good. Yeah. Seriously, anyone who hasn't read Clandestine, search it out. Go on Amazon. Trade paperback, but they should if they don't. It's a great series. Um, I bought it, and then as soon as Alan Davis like dropped out and stopped writing and drawing it, I dropped out too. I was like, there's no reason for me to continue buying this comic because of the entire reason why it was good in the first place is gone. So, but he continued Clandestine in a series of Marvel comics. Um, after his series ended, I th- I think they collected it in a trade paperback called Marvel Tales, and the um, the trade paperback basically collects all the appearances of the clandestine in a series of different books they appeared in, like Thor, Daredevil, Wolverine, but they all sort of combine into one story. It's pretty interesting. So, okay, good. Oh, cool. Yeah, I need to get the clandestine um, hardcover as well because that way I won't have to like read my floppies into shreds. It's definitely worth rereading. Fortunately, we have eBay, so all the issues of clandestine that I missed when it first came out, I've been able to pick up over the years since then. And I just wish that Alan Davis would do more work. I mean, he probably does. I just don't. I'm just not familiar with everything he may work on. So, but whenever he does stuff, I try to make it a point to pick it up. He drew Wolverine, and again, really well written, really well drawn. So. Okay. I think that is it for now. I'm gonna ink this up later on. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a live stream of it or not. But I want to at least draw this so Popefire could see it and give her stamp of approval on it, which she very thoughtfully did. So I don't have to worry as much about it. Now I just have to worry about not screwing it up when I ink it. So not 100% satisfied with the face. Okay. Okay, I think that's it. That's all for now. I'm just fussing with it right now. But anyway, this is my initial pencil sketch for Popefire of NIGHTSTAR and her future husband, Damian Wayne, whatever his Islamic son of the bat name is, Ibn something 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 something, from the Kingdom Come universe. So, Popefire, thanks for asking me to draw for you. I will be inking up later on. Again, I'm not sure if it's going to be during a live stream or not, but I will keep you up to speed and let you know when I'm finished with it, so that you can be happy. So, everybody, thank you very much for stopping by, watching me draw. If you haven't already, please like the video. Please subscribe to my channel so you can get notifications of future videos. Hit the bell if you haven't. And if you want to have a commission piece of original art of your own, just contact me. Contact me on Twitter or on Facebook at facebook.com/illustration by design. And I will be happy to send you the information. Okay? Thank you very much. Trusty Sidekick, I will see you next time as well. You guys have a great night and take care. Bye.